canvas on the back.
It'll be also $1 each.
Yeah, how much? 11 each?
About 7 each.
7 each?
Mom, look at the moon in between the buildings. Oh, right there.
Yeah, that's the gate D tickets. I guess right here would be perfect.
Wherever you can find it.
Yeah, the ticket. Gotta get our tickets and we tour, and then we go to a ghost tour, which is at 6:30. This ends after an hour.
Look at these trees. Pretty big.
Customer, it took us a while to get there this year. Usually it gets a little colder earlier. It took us a couple of weeks to get there. Or is a bathroom break. If you could wait that long, if not, it would have to be an area business because we don't have a public restroom until you actually get inside. Yeah, you're welcome to join us.
They said there's a bathroom break on the first stop. Well, I feel pretty warm. Right? It's kind of like just cool. What? What's that? So who's it like though? This one? Same or the other one?
I actually really like that picture.
I like that it's put in this. Look at Babe Ruth. He was with the Yankees. Then he went to the. How did that work? He was with the Yankees. Was with the Yankees.
That's what's they call because of the great Bambino. Only what I know is Babe Ruth. That's it.
See, I'm not big on like knowing the names. Just know that this was built in 1912. It says we went there. But I want to shop at pictures.
Right head across the street, number 1, ticket.
Pigeon. Fenway pigeon.
Yeah. But oh, but then I told you guys to get in, but you were. Oh, you with a different family? Hey, you want to stop right there and go up and take care of my problem?
Oh wow.
Yeah, take some.
What's in here? I don't know if it's
Back here.
Hey, look. I'm looking at the seats for our game.
Smallest move in terms of flag size. So in terms of square footage out there, we are the smallest. We are home to 2 of the 3 shortest home run distances in all of Major League Baseball. The shortest home run in the major leagues is 302 feet to our right field, 310 feet to our left field foul pole. But guess what, guys? We are also home to the longest home run distance in all of Major League Baseball, with it being 420 feet right out to dead away center field in what we call our triangle. We are home to the tallest wall in all of Major League Baseball, 37 feet, 2 inches. But we're also home to the shortest wall in all of Major League Baseball. It's only 3 feet high over there in our right field seat. So we have lots of wacky dimensions going on. That is because we're surrounded by 5 city streets. Those streets were here before we were, so we have to build within their parameters. You know. So Green Monster, never heard of that. But if you say the Green Monster, I know what we're talking about. So why do we have a 37-foot, 2-inch wall out in left field? Well, people are hitting home runs left and right. And on the other side of Lansdowne Street was a car dealership. So obviously, home run balls, car dealerships, not the greatest duo. So we put the big wall up, and then we got a little bit overkill, and we added a 23-foot tall net on top of that wall. You're done paying for those broken windshields. And that net stayed there until 2003, when we added the ever-famous Green Monster seats. Now those seats are voted the best seats in baseball by ESPN, Baseball America, Sports Illustrated. Do you guys want to go sit up there?
Yes.
All right, first you need to pass a test. Because those seats are so special, you need to earn the right to sit up there. So, on the count of 3, I need to hear your loudest and proudest in your most Bostonian accent possible, Green Monster. And if it's good, I'll let you guys up there. And if you don't do it, we'll do the rest of the tour from these seats, all right? On the count of 3, you guys ready? 1, 2, 3. Green Monster! Wicked awesome, guys. You can follow me on that.
Oh yeah, true. I signed at number 7. 5 and 4. Oh, and we're on 29.
Oh man. Oh, okay.
Come on up, take a seat down there wherever. I promise that's the most I'll yap at you guys. From here on out, we'll go to different stops a little bit quicker. And there's a lot of history we gotta get through. We're really old.
We sat down there many times.
Alrighty, so welcome to the Green Monster. So when we added these seats in 2003, we actually weren't sure if they were going to be popular, believe it or not. So we originally sold these seats for $50 a ticket. Yeah, that was a mistake because all 269 seats for the entire season sold out in 72 minutes. And keep in mind, this is 2003. This is before I was born and Ticketmaster was a thing and you sat on your couch and online queue to buy seats. No, people stayed overnight in a blizzard in February to get these. So nowadays, I'm sure you can imagine, they're not $50 anymore. Nowadays, they're all dynamically priced, so it all depends on who we're playing, how we're doing, what the weather is, stuff like that. So if you come in April, you can sit up here for like maybe $200. You want to come in June or July, and AL East rivals in town, and big name teams like the Dodgers, Phillies, or Braves, try $700, $800. Yankees in town, $900. Playoffs are well over $1,000. Game 1 of the 2018 World Series was $3,500 a seat for our third row, and that was face value coming right from us. So it's definitely possible to get a seat up here. You kind of just gotta pick and choose the game, maybe brave the Boston weather a bit, but I recommend everyone do it at least once in your life because there is truly nothing like a game up here. The atmosphere up here is a ton of fun. You also get a ton of amenities. You can come into the ballpark early, catch the end of the visiting team's batting practice. You get your very own concession stands. The only 2 Fenway green Coke machines in the world are here. You can see one of them right there. Normally Coke machines are red, but here they are Fenway green. Most importantly though is that you guys get your very own medical team. Because we see home run balls flying up here at 92. We see lots of broken hands and broken fingers from people trying to catch those home run balls. So my biggest tip is to bring a glove. Because not only are those balls flying up here super fast, but you're going to be on TV. And if you don't catch that ball, that is going to be so embarrassing. All your friends are going to say this from right at you. How'd you not catch it? So definitely bring a glove. But I invite you all back up here to a game because like I said earlier, there is truly nothing like it. From here you get a really great view of our field. You also get a really great view of our 2 foul poles. Here in Boston, we're kind of weird. We like to name our foul poles. So our right field foul pole out there, that one is called Pesky's pole. It is named after Johnny Pesky, number 6 on our retired numbers. Pesky was a great player, but not someone we'd really consider to be a power hitter. The only time he was hitting a home run was around that shortest home run distance. Now I'm going to tell you a secret about that pole, and you can't tell MLB I told you this. When we built the park in 1912, that pole was 297 feet from home plate. In the 60s, MLB said all home runs have to be 300 feet plus. You guys got to move that pole back. We said, oh my gosh, not a problem. At the start of this tour, I told you all that pole was 302 feet from home plate today. but that pole has never moved. It's in the same exact spot when we built the park in 1912. So really it's 297, not 302, but don't tell me I told you that. And our left field foul pole right here. We call this one Fisk's pole. It's named after Carlton Fisk, number 27 on our retired numbers. So the story is as follows. It is the 1975 World Series, Game 6 against the Cincinnati Reds, the Big Red Machine. If we lose this game, we are out, but we don't want to lose, we want to win and force that Game 7 and maybe even break this curse. It was the bottom of the 12th inning. We were tied and it was 12:30 in the morning. We had a curfew of 1 a.m., so we had to wrap this game up soon. So Fisk comes to the plate, he gets the ball thrown at him, he hits it, and it's a long, deep drive. It's got the height, it's got the distance. It's just a question of if this ball was going to stay fair or foul. So Fisk is running down the first baseline, and what he's doing, he is waving that ball. He's willing that ball to go fair. Stay fair, stay fair. Eventually, it hits off our foul pole. It's a walk game. Utter pandemonium breaks out. People are running onto the field. Fisk has to elbow people out of the way to touch all of our bases. Our organist is playing the Hallelujah chorus. We throw a party down in Kenmore Square like we are going to break this curse. Unfortunately, that's Game 6 of the World Series and not Game 7 of the World Series. We don't talk about Game 7 here in Boston because it's not that important. Let's say that we did not break the curse that year. We had to wait a little bit longer until 2004. But on that day, as Fisk was rounding the bases, the first person he high-fived was our first base coach, and our first base coach that day was Mr. Johnny Pesky before they ever had their namesakes. But take your last pictures here. We're going to head upstairs, see a couple things that have nothing to do with baseball that I don't think you anticipate on seeing here. So you can follow me on up.
What
do you think, buddy?
I know I'm going up, right?
I've ever seen Ted, he falls off our light towers. Moneyball is a really famous scene up in our press box. My personal favorite is this movie called Fever Pitch. It's a terrible movie, but it's a great movie. It's a rom-com since the 2004 Red Sox season with Jimmy Fallon and Drew Barrymore. You should all watch it already, it's fabulous. I watch it like once a month. But pretty much any movie that takes place here in Boston has to have a scene here at Fenway, so we love doing movies. So not only are you at a ballpark, you're also on a movie set, which makes you all movie stars. How exciting. But we also do a ton of other sports here as well. We play a lot of football here. Nowadays, it's just college games. A couple weeks ago, we had something called the Secretary's Cup, which was the Coast Guard Academy and the Marines Academy playing each other. We have a bowl game coming in December. Over the years, though, we've actually been the home to 3 different NFL franchises. We do a lot of football here at Fenway. We also play a lot of hockey. We hosted 2 Winter Classics. We put up a rink in center field, invite the Bruins over. Always have a great time. We have done pickleball. We have done topgolf. We have done basketball. Pretty much any sport you can imagine we've had here at some point or another. I'm sure soon enough they'll figure out how to do swimming and diving, because we like to use our ballpark year round. But pretty much any sport you can imagine we've had here. But the thing we love to do the most besides playing baseball is to host concerts. So starting in 2003, every time the boys are on the road for a while or during the All-Star break, we put up a stage in center field just like that, put some seats down over the outfield, we put on a great show. We have an artist for everybody. Billy Joel, Paul McCartney, Zach Brown has been here 15 times, the most of any other artist. Lady Gaga, Bad Bunny, Pink was here, now she flies around stadiums. She did that here. It's absolutely crazy. This season we had a great lineup. We had the Lumineers, we had the Jonas Brothers, Hozier, one of the country guys, I think it was Thomas Rhett. I don't know, they all sound the same to me. We have really good feedback from artists. We have really good acoustics. They can see everyone's face in the crowds. They love coming back, and we love having them back. But for our next stop, you guys can follow me down here. It's probably my favorite stop in the park, and then we'll have a replacement more.
Oh, look at
Alright, so as you head on down, you can take a peek over that railing on your right-hand side, you are going to see our Fenway Farms. I know nothing is growing right now, so you've got to trust me that in the summertime it's normally a little bit more vibrant. This little rooftop garden we started in 2015. Everything that is grown here is used in and around our ballpark, at suites, restaurants, concession stands. So if you come back for a game, you get something with lettuce and tomato on it. It is coming from right there. Anything we don't use is donated to local Boston food pantries. That way nothing goes to waste, and we get to help out our community. They grow about 6,000 pounds of produce in that garden every single season, which is really impressive considering how short the growing season we have here in Boston. We're not the first ballpark to do it. A couple other ballparks have it. We originally got the idea from the Giants and Oracle Park. We got the Nationals set something up. Padres, Rockies, Mets will have it at their respective parks. Around here, though, we like to say that we have the best farm system of any team, which is like a terrible baseball joke. I appreciate the giggles. I got blue glasses when I said that, but I appreciate the giggles. But we're going to head upstairs. We're going to walk past my favorite view in the entire park, and then we're going to head into our nice and warm press box. Please make sure you guys hold the door for each other as we head on in. It is a self-locking door, and I'm the only one with the key. Make sure you hold it for each other. Following you up.
This is it right here.
It's a memorabilia room, probably best for the
Drink, get the locks.
What?
The locks. Close the door. Franny, scooch down. Scooch down.
There's definitely a bunch down there. My personal favorite is this one in the ceiling tile right above me. If you're close enough to that one, you can even see the red stitches from the baseball. So you know, having to do my job looking out for foul line is Ted Williams. He is the best player in Red Sox history, one of the best hitters in baseball history in general. He is the last player to ever have a 400 batting average, and he got in 406 in 1941. Two that you guys might know, number 45 is Pedro Martinez. He's the only pitcher to have his number retired with us. And then number 34, Big Papi, David Ortiz, most clutch play in Red Sox history, my childhood hero. Him and Pedro are the only two to have their numbers retired that have won a World Series with the Red Sox. It really shows you how long that drought was. But without a doubt, the most important number up there is the one all the way to the right, number 42. Does anyone know who number 42 is? Jackie Robinson, exactly. So why is the blue not red? Well, Jackie never played for the Red Sox. He played for the Brooklyn Dodgers, but he was the first player to break the color barrier in baseball. So his number is retired across all 30 Major League parks as well as in the minor league parks. So no one wears number 42 anymore except for April 15th when everybody wears number 42. It is Jackie Robinson Day. Maybe doesn't celebrate him because not only is he important to baseball history, but also just civil rights history in general as well. And we love getting to celebrate him here at Fenway. But my last two things I'll tell you about from up here, they're both back on our monster. But before we do, does anyone have any questions? I know I've been yapping at you guys for a while. Any questions at all?
Oh, they got the game over here too. That's pretty awesome. Downstairs.
No, the scenes here are undeniably awesome.
Alright, we have the last few boats coming out. Okay, so two quick things I want to tell you. They are both over this railing. So you guys take a peek over that railing. The first one, this has nothing to do with the Red Sox or baseball or Fenway at all, but it is like our biggest asked question. Those trailers down there, they are hotel rooms. It is a part of the Verb Hotel. Each of those trailers sleep 2 people. They each come with a record player. They start at $800 a night though. So I don't know if that changes your opinion from it all. I think for $800 a night you could probably buy a trailer. So they're really popular, but I will never be in them. The other question we get all the time. So I don't know if you guys noticed, there's no parking lots here at Fenway. Where do you park if you're coming to the game? Well, you don't even bother trying to park. You drive in or you take the T. You Uber in rather, or you take the T. But the other question is, where do the players park? Well, if you look over that railing, that street down there, that is Van Ness Street. So on a game day, like 4 or 5 hours before first pitch, they will actually shut that street down to cars, and then the players will come and just parallel park on the street. Even though the street is shut down to cars, it is open to pedestrians. So fans can go right up to the players' cars, get photos, get autographs. I don't know how much the guys appreciate it, but normally they're pretty good sports about it. My favorite thing to do is to sit here and watch them all drive in the morning. Not a single one of them can parallel park. And I mean like literally none of them. Also my first year here, one of the rookies drove a Prius, which made me feel so much better about myself. So I drove about as far as he did. But we're going to head outside, same that guy will pass right through guys. So all in that.
Gets eyes.
Seats out there. It's red, exactly. For colorblind, this might be a rough stop for you, but you came to the ballpark that day, got the seat at the game, you got to take the both in, the price of one, what a deal. On that day, we had a fan from New York.
Upstairs.
You lived a good life.
Boston Arts Academy. That's where they make the liberals.
Yo, Vince. I'm sorry, what did you say? That's funny. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for coming. Come back soon. We'd love to have you back for a game. Yeah, if you're going to the game Monday, have fun.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
We are. Hell yeah.
tell you life was gonna be this way.
Okay, but Shane, when you get this Uber, I need to see. Oh, they got a couple of them. Look. Okay.
He's the one that copped it. It's cool. Literally, bro, sometimes I go to Chick-fil-A, like, pick up my break, and then be like, kind of,
What more for you? Statues come all around here.
people think that's my relaxing.
Who that is?
Hopefully we see Tom Brady's tomorrow. Yeah, but where should we go to get this taxi cab?
Gravestones. Suckers. My name is Jonathan Percival Goodspeed, and I will be your mortician for the evening. You see, it was once my job to prepare the bodies of Boston's dead for their final journey to the burial grounds. Naturally, of course, I was very good at this. But that's not where the real money came from, you see. No, the real money was found not so much in preparing the bodies, as in selling them. After all, the doctors need corpses to practice on. Quite frankly, you guys haven't gotten around to donating your bodies to science yet. Thus, enter the resurrection men. We were the ones who could bring the dead back from the grave, usually with a shovel. But as a mortician, finding a dead body isn't exactly difficult. Just open up the back room and see who's in stock. I was able to give the doctors all the corpses they could ever want, and they got a lot of practice. So much, in fact, the death rate actually started going down. You're welcome.
About what?
And popping up like that. Shit. It's a big damn hill. It is a big damn hill.
It is a big damn hill.
Second time I've said that so far, and it certainly won't be the last.
Forced entry, indicating that the strangler had always been let in. January 4th, 1964. Two young women are walking up Charles Street here when they arrive at this red door. Heading up the stairs just to the right of the Paramount here, they arrive at their apartment 2 floors above the restaurant where they find their new roommate, Mary Sullivan, dead. Mary Sullivan at this point has lived in this apartment for all of 4 days. Her roommates find her posed nude on the bed and propped up against the headboard. Her pink nylon stockings are tied tightly around her neck in a large bow. Her limbs contorted at grotesque angles, her knees tucked under her chin, and a greeting card reading Happy New Year leaning against her left foot. Mary Sullivan is the strangler's 13th and final victim. Her killer walks out of that door and vanishes into the night, seemingly dropping off the face of the earth. October 27th, 1964. A man named Albert DeSalvo is arrested for breaking and entering. While in police custody, DeSalvo confesses to the crimes of the Green Man, an individual wanted for 400 counts of breaking, entering, and assault across 3 states over the last few years. DeSalvo is sent to the Bridgewater State Hospital for the criminally insane to undergo evaluation. Here he confesses first to his cellmate, George Nasser, and then Nasser's attorney, F. Lee Bailey, that he is the Boston Strangler. His confession is so detailed, he even describes the smell of each victim's perfume. But his details are mostly false, and investigators realize he's mostly just pulling information from local news coverage. DeSalvo is a chronic confessing narcissist who will admit to whatever crime's in front of him purely for attention. The investigators don't plan on giving him any. He is never charged with the Strangler murders. However, as several witnesses of the Green Man crimes can attest, he is their attacker, so he is charged for the crimes of the Green Men.
Well, my friends, as I'm sure you've noticed by now, it is my job to not only tell you all the scary
Yeah.
names are hard. Told you you'd heard again. Yeah, I don't think we should call something new if it was built by Paul Revere, who in fact did do the finishing work on the roof.
Wow.
Not the gold leaf, he actually has the copper dome under it, but rusty copper can look pretty gnarly close up. So a bunch of Bostonians just raised the money to layer that all in gold. That is real gold up there. Don't get too excited. You peel all that gold off the roof and bundle it up together. It'll be about the size of a softball. It's gold leaf. It is incredibly thin. Besides, the real value is the cornerstone laid when they started the construction, put there by Sam Adams and John Hancock. Yeah, that's in the basement, so you ain't getting that. Now, fun fact about hangings is a sentence that you don't hear very often. But if you were hanged in Boston, you weren't buried in the graveyards. Yeah, the burying grounds had a very simple dress code. No nooses allowed. See, the people of the Puritan times, the 16th, 17th, even into the 1800s, mostly believed in physical resurrection, which meant that when you died, your body would be put in the ground and your soul would go up to heaven. But at Judgment Day, Revelations and all that, all of heaven empties out. It's not just the big guy coming back, all of the dead souls will return to earth and they'll go back into their bodies. So those burying grounds are basically just like a long-term garage for your corpse. Eventually, your soul's gonna go back into it, you'll be physically reborn. So if you're not making the journey, why would we waste the space on you? Right? That's why, yeah, exactly. So if you're hanged, you're going to hell. So you're not coming back. We don't need to store your body. That is why we had a potter's field, a mass, unmarked, and unconsecrated burying ground. Now, potter's fields are quite common in these old colonial cities, especially during European colonization. All these old European cities out here in America, they all have potter's fields for those who weren't going to go up. Anybody who wasn't allowed or not able to get properly buried would wind up in these. Now, New England is obviously lousy with these types of burying grounds, but Boston has the largest in the whole region. Somewhere between 30 and 40,000 people are buried in our potter's field. Of the 2 burying grounds we will visit tonight, that does not even come to half that. Boston's Potter's Field, however, is Boston Common. Oh yeah. Find a large enough green space in America, you are probably looking at a burying ground. Not officially, but it's definitely full of corpses. In fact, every time we have to do any digging out here, there is a very strong possibility that a white tent for Boston University crops up because they have to check the bones and make sure they're old enough to be considered historical. Because if they are, you can call the museum. And if they aren't, you have to call the police. We got a lot of history, and some of that history is Whitey Bulger. Yeah. But, like I said, parking tickets, and it looks like the city is getting a little antsy, so let's make our way to our next proper burying ground right this way. Gather up here for a moment because this is actually the one time that I will actually pay just a little bit of attention to the December holiday. You know, the one that keeps creeping up on Halloween, staking its holly and ivy fingers across December and November's calendars like a capitalist sequel to Anaconda. Right over there. It's not lit yet. You might be able to see there's like a big green shadow. That is the Christmas tree. That is the tree that gets sent to us every year from Canada, Halifax, Nova Scotia, in fact. And the reason I mention that tree is because it's tied to one of my favorite phrases in the English language. Mass casualties. Yes. See, the origin of that tree date back to World War I.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, it's Boston. We have a lot of those. You just get, don't worry, he's going to his night shift at the restaurant. Everyone can go.
¿De cuánto duró con enferma del ojo? ¿Sí le contaste del ojo?
Come on in. And head towards the lungs. Have fun.
All right, folks. Let's go for a stroll in the dark.
I like this right here.
I know, there's that FedEx office, Shane.
Shane found us the way home. Good job, Shane. Good job, mate.